Well, these teams are going through this ban phase quick. Like, they know exactly what they want to do. That's always a good sign. Always a good sign. There you have it. All of our map bans are, in fact, in. So, Busan, Coliseo. Whoops, that's actually Shambhala Monastery. I meant to hit it. I just clicked the wrong button. Banned out there by Supershy. Hollywood, your one ban in from Metaboiz. Alright, let me get this invite. Let's get in the lobby. Busy streets of Oasis. Bustling nightlife. Little do they know the chaos that's about to ensue. Mere meters away. Curious to see if the Risa stays in meta. We saw it continued played yesterday, but that was right after the patch dropped. Out of the gate here, we're seeing the return of Ramatra here from Poro Plays. Of course, got those pummel strikes reverted back to their previous form, so able to punch through shields once again. Not that we're going to see any shields on the other side, as Alpha coming out here on the Junker Queen alongside Libby on the cast and Screen on the Genji. High ground advantage right out of the gate here for Supershy, allowing Screen to kind of dance around in this top pillar hill. She got up there with you. Oh, you got Libby up there with you as well. So putting in some shots from up above, but Alpha gets overrun down low. Just a full frontal assault out of Metaboiz right into the tank, and they're going to clean up on the back of it. Rice and Libby are able to trade out a little bit here. Eventually, we're going to get Metaboiz coming in and clean off the high ground, and then just kind of muscle out in this 3v3 as they had both supports left. There we go. Metaboiz, 14% on the board and counting. That Alpha moving on to the point. Pick up a little bit. Just kind of threatening. Put a little presence on this objective. Ooh. I was just about to mention we have Fake Shake on that outside there with the Summer, who's also been revamped a bit. But, you know, I didn't even get a chance to talk about it before Raisu finds that headshot. Rejoins Alpha here on the point. Oh, board plays immediately punches him down. I think Supershy is just looking to build up towards this orbital ray. Arshavin gotta be careful of that outside. Did manage to survive. Ooh, but Alpha goes down. Everybody else following with it. Arshavin not able to get up to that orbital ray in time. The ball thrown in from ICAB. It's another fight win there for Metaboiz. Headshot on the right, so they're able to swift step back in with the rest of the team. Gonna throw in the Deadeye, Speed Ring, get past. Let's get a squishy in that backline. Not gonna find. It's still a decent amount of damage there at Poro Plays. But here comes Texol responding with an orbital ray. Arshavin does get theirs up and in time, but there's an annihilation thrown into the mix as well here from Poro Plays, and that is a full team wipe at 90% there for Metaboiz. Oh, I didn't mean to stick the camera in that corner. I just wanted to get it like down here a little bit. Dope. The does and grunts of the Genji, indicative of Supershy's feelings on that round. Poor plays coming out on the Ramatra. We haven't seen really since the introduction of Juno. It's been all Diva and then into the Orisa meta since we've had Juno introduced back in Season 12. And so Poor plays, yeah, showing us the return of this Ramatra. Works out well. Immediately finds a pick onto Alpha right out of the gate. First fight, runs down the tank on the other side. And they never relinquish control after that. Sticking with it, heading into the second round. Nice roll. Look how quickly they got to the high ground here. Oh, they have double speed. No wonder they're running the Juicio comp here alongside the Ramatra. Ends up being an awkward battle here for as much speed as they have. Metaboiz is able to loop all the way back around and take the fight kind of in this hallway on Supershy's side. Supershy trying to retreat into the hallway. See if they can funnel everybody and eventually explode back out. Alpha lands the carnage in, a lot of damage, and there it is. First pick heading into Supershy's favor as his first control. Libby will find Fake Jake, ensuring they win this. Oh, who's over in the back? All right, fight for high ground up here. Let's go check in with Scrain. Like I said, Scrain's a player I'm not super familiar with. If anybody out there knows anything more about Scrain, let me know. Perhaps where they played before, or if there was a previous name that they played under. Unfortunately, get a little beat up in that one. Check back in here. We do have our tanks trying to battle it out here on the point. Both Junos very close to their ultimates as we're going to get the Kitsune Rush actually thrown in first. Orbital Bob in response coming out here from Metaboiz, and Alpha can't get back within that cover. A lot of low health bars in the back. Fake Jake, Texall, move in and clean them up. Fake Jake was just the deflect. Texall was the pew-pew necessary there for the cleanup. Some pew-pew and punches. Metaboiz will get control. Hola, cousin. ¿Cómo estás? Hope you are well. Bevy of ultimate sheer and Supershy have actually built a lot of them up first. You can see Scrain's going in. Let's go check in on Scrain and maybe be able to see him a little better. That was a Rampage finding 2 into the back. Oh, go! Give me some Alpha Pop. Dealing out with a the Ramachu with the Annihilation, pushing forward. Fake Check has gone down, but Poor Plays has muscled a lot of Supershy back. It's Libby that finds the response, finds the answer. And finds 3 kills along the way. Make it 4. The real kills were just the friends we made along the way. Flashbang in. Whoop. Fake Jake not able to get out. With a couple of kills there at the back end, I mean, Supershy is going to surpass the percentage. There was also a sound barrier invested somewhere in there. I did not see a sound barrier go off, y'all. But double support ults now ready here for the other side. The Kitsune Rush once again thrown out first. Fake Jake's gonna pull out the blade, and Metaboiz want to keep fighting forward, but yeah, all of Supershy wisely just stay within their double support ults in the back, giving them a clear advantage to the rest of this team fight. And they move back and clean up. They don't even allow the flip to happen. Smart play from Supershy, putting them into 90% territory. One last chance here for Metaboiz. Close it out on University. Zoff is going to throw the Rampage in. Far right side, got 2. Jake's going to get cut down immediately. A little stroll past Bob, high 5 along the way, but you lost Libby in this fight. 4v2 here for Supershy. Poor Plays ducks around the cover, realizing they're about to take a lot of damage. Still, the hand has been forced. And it's just clean up onto the Juno, and Supershy will send us into round 3. Fake Jake does make it back onto this point with a Tracer, only temporarily, though. GCB, the next on the chopping block. We're headed to Garden.
Score 1-1. Ready for battle.
Oasis is Garden, right? And Lijiang is Gardens. One of them's plural, one of them's singular. I don't know. I think, don't we have like 3 different submaps named Garden or Gardens or something? Anyway. All right. The Junker Queen competition winning out early, in round 2. Not necessarily early. I don't know why I say early. I say early way too much. We're just going to get that word out of my vocabulary. Libby coming out on the Sojourn, really the only change here. Juicy for both sides headed into this one, so no Curie here for Supershy. As Screen comes up with 2 great picks at the start of the fight. Screen's gonna find 3. What an opener! Supershy clap back here. Once again, grab first control. Well, ICAV goes down before the rest of the team can even make it to the point. Metaboiz makes a change over to the Jug Queen themselves. I imagine it's going to stall out for a bit, waiting for ICAV to catch back up. Libby with the high ground. ICAV kind of fighting at a disadvantage. Needs to get a headshot here. Libby can just quickly back up and then has the speed to work with. But a good dynamite over the top could get him low enough to where one headshot could open up this fight. Not able to find it just yet. Purple is still kind of poking and prodding along the front line there with that knife and axe combo. The Queens go head to head. And the speed ring in for the disengage. Oh, it's just a little bit of a ring around the rosy. Tag, you're it. Alpha backing up into the cover of the rest of the team. Oh, and Poro Plays took the bait. The orbital ray thrown out right on top. Trap card activated. Supershy at 70% and counting. This is going to put Supershy at an ult advantage here for this next fight, and it could just be the last one on the map if they play their cards right. There's only 80% for numerous ult on the other side. To me, ICAV opening up here with the bob, and here comes Screen in. Already picked up one with the blade alongside the axe. Eventually kind of swipes it, takes all enough to get him out of the air. 5v3 for Supershy. The point did flip underneath them. Alpha is still sitting on a rampage and trying to close this out. Screen wins that battle in over Fake Jake before they're able to pull out their own ultimate. And Poro Plays has been chased off of the objective entirely. Dueling rampages thrown it on top of each other. And Alpha's actually going to go down with the sound barrier in from GCB. Metaboiz stay up through this fight, and they've got reinforcements back in. ICAV on the tracers. Already found Libby out of the back. Now turning attention onto Raisu. And they will, in fact, chase off what remains of Supershy. That was looking pretty desperate there, and it's a beautiful sound barrier rampage combo. Thought the sound barrier Poro goes down through that, right? So despite being a little bit behind in ultimates, the ults are big there. Oh, but Poro Place goes down early. Just gets surrounded. The Supershy dropped out of the sky for that one. Fake Jake has the sword into the back. And it's into the back of Rashavan. And now a few slices onto Alpha will give Metaboiz another great fight win here. And it's going to extend this percentage. We're inching closer and closer to a final fight for this map. Resu, Ultimate Online, 35% ahead of Taxol. About 30 now. That's just indicative of how quickly they're catching up. But this advantage could be leveraged if Supershy will act quickly enough. There's the shout and the ring. Pushing him in. ICAP does not land in the pulse, trying to split him up in the back. The orbital ray is thrown onto the point, kind of forcing Supershy to hang out here. They don't want to pursue that play. The orbital ray was thrown in a little early, it feels like, through that. So now it's going to have to be one out. The super sound barrier is coming online shortly. Texall with their own orbital ray, now thrown into the middle of the objective. GCB is going to invest their sound barrier as well as one coming out from Supershy. Rashavan does go down through the midst of this. Everybody from Metaboiz is hanging out inside their orbital ray, but now it's gone. Poro Plays looking a little low on health. The two queens just bashing at each other. Poro Plays had more reinforcements. The point flip comes through. His screen gets absolutely shut down out of the Dragon Blade. Metaboiz are going to swing this final sub map back from a 99-0. Chauvin, not even gonna make it back. There's the touch from Libby. Nothing else to try to fight this one. Metaboiz walk away with Oasis in the 1-0 lead.
Play of the game.
All right, there's your stats. Yeah, these teams are just getting right on into it. So we're not going to have too long look at stats here, friends. But that's what I got for you. Woo! Both of our tanks, 27 and 7, with 400 damage separating them. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, it's rare you see them exact like that. My goodness. And the damage from Supershy a little bit more even between the two, but ICAV leading across the DPS as far as elims and damage both. Look at the impact ICAV had in map 1. All right, it was Hollywood banned out by Metaboiz, headed into Supershy's pick here for map number 2. So we're not wasting any time. Let me get this camera into a somewhat decent spot, because I don't like the default position on this map. All right, it's time for King's Row.
Ready for battle.
Okay. Looks like Alpha now taking a page out of Poro's playbook. Well, just from the what we saw on map 1. It's a Ramatra defense here. We're going to get the Ana alongside the Juno here for this. Poro plays coming out on the Winston on the other side. Metaboiz head out on the attack. Oh, an immediate exchange, but with Alpha down, it might just open this up. Yeah, this is absolutely gonna send Poro players right into the back line of this defense, despite losing a player along the way. Libby's still pouring shots. I don't know if there's going to be time for a recontest. There's the speed ring in. Alpha's gone over to a Junker Queen. They're not going to make it back to contest the cart in time. Wisely don't commit anything to do so, realizing they weren't going to get it, so. It's a one and done here for Metaboiz on point, eh? Poro's the one now swapping over to the Ramatra after a little stint on Winston there to get that first point. Tech's all with the orbital ray ready to go. Flies in. Ooh, eats a big bio nade as Raisu kind of forces everybody back. And Screen's able to move in and kind of follow up on that. Look at all the assists there in this kill for Screen and Alpha. And kind of seeing the power of the Ana. I mean, one well-placed bio nade can just turn the tide of a fight. And that's exactly what we saw from Raisu there. Now heading up to the high grounds. Check back in with our attackers. Whoop. Well, Poro plays sleeping on the job out here. Ooh, his Alpha's gonna throw in a 4-player rampage. Everybody's low inside. That's gonna be a nasty carnage. Yeah. Oh no. Line up and sent to the meat market. That was devastating out of Alpha. Bob. Ah. All right, Alpha's going to loop around, trying to regroup with the team. Got to say, Supershy are a little bit broken as far as positioning. Here comes the rest of the reinforcements. It looks like it's just going to be a back alley brawl here. There's London in the 1800s. What's going on? Supershy with the blocking annihilation, and Alpha with the nano boost goes in and will eventually put Ramatra down. Bladed from Fake Jake, down into the pub, but Screen has one of their own. Finds GCB. Still Fake Jake fights both of your supports as well. This fight is getting down and dirty as Libby will take care of the Cyber Ninja. And the 2 DPS alongside Alpha are able to stand their ground. Poro goes over to the Junker Wing. No more Ramatra. Speed ring disengage after another good Bionade lands in. Libby's managed to find some high ground and tried to catch the disengage, but he's actually pretty darn clean there out of Metaboiz. Everybody's able to make it around the corner bookstore. As Mr. Butler leaves the battlefield. Not much in the bank for Metaboiz to respond with, but ICAV will just get it done in the neutral. Oh! Alpha only hitting one with that, seeing Texel had used their Suzu earlier in the fight. Was eventually hunt down Fake Jake. Texel still low in the back. Bionade from Supershy just increases the pressure. More purple. You know, it seems like Supershy really love the color purple. They want to make Metaboiz purple all the time. Alpha's going to have to head up to the high ground and try to regroup the team. That leaves it up to Screen to try to contest here on this point. Arshava did throw in an orbital ray, and that was a nasty little dash through from Screen. Alpha is traded out, though. Screen still has Poro to deal with down low, even eats the Gracie to the chest. Bionade in, but Poro has plenty of health, still pushes up to this point. The four Squishy's trying to hold these 4 meters left that Metaboiz need to cap this. With the orbital ray in, and Poro plays finding that kill on the Screen, that's 2 points on the board. Four players open with a 3-player rampage to start things off. This is a nano blade going down the other side, though. So it's been a 2-for-2 trade, and that kill will tilt the balance here in favor of Supershy. Suzu using the front line, still Texal, and the rest will fall. Screen and Alpha dominate through that fight. Beautiful nano blade to kind of fend off the rampage on the other side. Now Alpha has a rampage of their own, ready for this next one. You are running in, Texal does have a Kitsune Rush to throw in, so it's kind of open this fight up with. Bob lands on the corner just to stop everybody from using the Kitsune Rush. Temporarily, Bob is dealt with, and Poro is moving over to a Diva, by the way. Kind of goes up to the window, make sure all the backsides are clear, make sure Screen's not trying to hide behind him. And they have all eyes set forward. But you know what's in front of them is a giant orbital ray. That's what's in front of them. Signs from space that it's time to bail on that fight. Throw it away in from the attacking team. You can see the speed ring though. Look how far Supershy flipped this thing. Well, both DPS end up in the backline. Unfortunately, does not work out for them. So they both end up ragdolling all over this point, and all 5 players left standing here from Metaboiz as they have sights set on the back of the Forge. It is under that precious 1 minute mark. And there are ults coming out on the other side, including this blade out of Screen. Trying to jump down onto the Juno, but they're able to flutter out of there and respond with a kill. Now the rampage thrown into the back. ICAV is in a bit of trouble. Self-destruct on the point, though, and Ricey was down. Nobody left to contest.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
Ramatra defense here from Metaboiz. We're bringing Texel on the carry once again as well. So when we've seen the backline kind of adjust around a little bit, we've still seen the Juno in the mix. It's what's been accompanying the Juno. So we haven't seen nearly as much Brig as we did prior to Tuesday, prior to yesterday. Go a little introductory shot from Libby. Oh, Libby's gonna go all the way out and try to make a shot. Clever move. Okay, okay. Hence the pull back there from Arshavin. Alpha already trying to claim some space here at Statue. Early damage onto Poro Place. Not feeling so threatening. Got to get that Nemesis form out from the Ramatra before you can really start to push on it. So, hence we're not seeing Alva invest the shout just yet. Plus, you got a couple of squishies making their way up the stairs at the moment. Still, Race Through has to swift step back down, throw the Suzu in, make sure Alpha can stay alive through this, as Alpha's trying to peel off Fake Jake from getting into their backline. Now the shot has been used, the rotation around means, ooh, any high ground advantage? No, and Libby goes down below. He's looking for the trade onto the Ash. There it is. Beautiful deflect, but it's a 3-for-1 trade. As Alpha is DC'd on Luckers. Everybody kind of resets here after the DC. All right, Alpha immediately comes back in, picks up the tank. We're right back at it. Wasting no time. Screen is able to find a kill on Texel. Get a quick advantage onto their side, but once again, it's traded out in favor of this defense. As Metaboiz go 2-for-1 on that one. Fake Jake goes in looking for more, but there's an important pick. Alpha comes in for some revenge against Poro, and now just taunting anybody to come towards this point. There's the ring. Is anybody going to use it? Doesn't look like it. Okay, Poro is here. So the delay from Bob is enough for a recontest. Interesting invest there from ICAV. We're going to get the orbital ray now thrown in from both sides. This looks like it will actually favor this defense. Is this going to move into the back half of this fight? Beautifully placed there from GCP. The positioning, the angle on those orbital rays was so important. So it's going to be Kitsune alongside Bob. As the attack team tries to push into this annihilation. Limmy's already found Fake Jake, which will take the Dragon Blade out of the equation. Oh, and a nice kill from Raisu. So that's both DPS off the battlefield here. As the chase ensues onto the Ramatra. Poro plays using that Nemesis form. Back up to the corner, finds reinforcements, and the DPS are back in this fight. So, Supershy hold here at the corner for now. Gotta keep somebody on cart. Can't fight the 4v5, so they'll eventually give that corner up. They have ultimates. They don't want to give up past Bookstore. You're running into Kitsune Rush on the other side. That's the Suzu already used. Blade off from Fake Jake. They've already taken a ton of damage. Screen has 2 kills with their Dragon Blade, but once again, you know, there's trades coming through the other direction. But Supershy are still up +1 in this fight. Texel Swift steps over for the Suzu, but dives for their trouble. This is going to be a fight win for Supershy. Second in a row, they're going to keep this cart rolling. Rarglabidu. That's a fun name. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you being here. Orbital right for the recontest here from the defense. Arshavin still a couple percentage away. Okay, does have it online now. The way Poros was pushing, I thought the initiative was going to be pulled by the defense. In fact, they do throw the Bob in. Supershy not able to get the value out of that orbital ray. It was the first couple opening seconds of that orbital ray was their opportunity to use that damage mitigation. But it's like, not even a full disengage, it's just a hesitation they're out of the defense. And they've been doing a really good job of this. Metaboiz are very good at the timing and positioning of their orbital race, and then the follow-through, where they end up getting the most value out of it. As they're able to kind of push the fight, corral the fight in their favor through those orbital ray fights. Now Poro with an annihilation down in that small world. That's a quick pair of kills. Archibald could be in trouble. Yeah, the Vortex kept them from flying away initially, and then Fake Jake with the follow-up. Such a dangerous move there from Texall. When it just this Kitsune rush be so important for this take. That Bob might just split Texall from the team long enough. I can always swift step back, but look at this. Our pick is already here for Supershy. And they have forced Metaboiz all the way back through the choke. Here comes Fake Drake to try to earn some of that real estate back, using the blade as a down payment. But it's not going to be enough. Poor Blaze comes in, follow through, co-signing here for this real estate. See how far I can take this metaphor. Even seeing how far they can push Supershy back. 22 seconds remain. Intense team fight coming up. Defensive hold here is a match point for Metaboiz. The opportunity to extend this here for Supershy. Try to tie up this series of the Rampage is going to fly too amidst their own orbital ray. It's clean as you like. It only costs him 2 ults as well. Ooh, I say that. Archman does fall through it, so it's not super. It's not flawless. It's enough for the checkpoint, though. That's where the ability to switch spawns is so nice. Archivin would have been completely split spawned otherwise, making a long walk back. Look how Rice is going to pull up to the window to try to support Screen through this blade that's coming out, chasing ICAV down to that back hallway. 1-2 onto GCB as well. Another really nice fight out of Supershy. Screen has a 3-piece through this one. I kept taking that lower window here, trying to find an angle. Kitsune rush thrown in over the top. Annihilation available here for Poro. Expect to come out as soon as this Nemesis form is done. Try to just tailor that into another Nemesis. This is exactly what we're going to see. So a lot of extra health as Poro will get extra armor for each one of those clicks. But Orbital Ray in the back line and Bob thrown into the mix. This is looking pretty good here for Supershy. Poroplays has not been able to get up past that halfway mark, and meanwhile, Scrade and Raisu has found a couple of picks along the way. Bob even putting in some work on the back of this as we hit overtime. But we're headed to extras. Supershy get the cap, get the 3rd point. Because they're able to whittle that precious 16 seconds down on the other side, they get an attack here heading into extras. No changes compositionally. Heading into this 60 seconds of opportunity for Supershy. One where Screen has already found first blood with an aggressive push up that right-hand side. Catching Texal a little out of position. We've seen Texal try to play super aggressive, and it ends up costing him on that one. But kill on to Metaboiz does extend the advantage despite the Screen eventually going down. Keep an eye on GCP with the speed ring. See if we got a chance at a recontest here. Fake Jake already pushed out the top. Yep, there's the speed ring coming in. Are they going to make it back? No, they're not close enough. Poro makes the call at the last second. He almost went for it and then hesitated. He's like, nope, we're not making that. We're not making that. So 4 points on the board now for Supershy. And a push through this archway would go a long way to sending us closer to a tie game. Let me put in some shots from Hotel. Keeping this defense in check for the moment. Beautiful headshot! Oh, that's exactly what they were looking for. And Libby delivers here in the most important moment. Orbital Ray in from this defense. Archibald is still a few percentage away. Supershy are able to kind of muscle through, but only temporarily as Texel and ICAV come up with kills. The late Orbital Ray invested here. Alpha desperately swinging that axe, looking for something to hit. Now the Rampage in, but the cleanse is there. The Suzu keeping Metaboiz looking strong, but you know what? I say that. The flip comes back in. Alpha finds a pick with the Katsuna Rush invested here from Raisu. It's a 3v4 favoring this defense at the moment, but Raisu finds Texal in the bookstore. Not able to get away. Screen now dashing through, and that's going to be Fake Jake falling as well. The tenacity out of Supershy. Incredible. Now with Blade and Bob here headed into this next corner. And it's Mr. Butler thrown onto the objective first. That's going to force everybody back, and here comes Alpha as well as Screen, looking to continue to put pressure down in that corner. Don't want to sacrifice too much for it. They back up to the objective. Prepare for what is this fight for the 5th point. Archibald low very early into it. Screen heading up to the top. Didn't get the dash down. They needed to get the blade, but that'll be the extra katana available. Libby is down in the back as Screen goes dashing through into the supports, but the Suzu was good. Screen is taken care of. Alpha is purple. Picks up Fake Jake, but I think that's all they're going to find is this is a lot of pressure down, but the supports from the tie ground on top of the subway have been pouring so much healing into Alpha. They're continuing to keep this going. Raisu takes down Poro plays. The Suzu perfectly timed. Alpha is at full health. Now has another Rampage ready to go. 4 meters away from getting this cap. Orbital Ray thrown in from the defense. The Rampage at close range just hits one. The Orbital Ray's got to fade. Alpha still standing tall. The unkillable queen here on King's Row. And Supershy will get this 5th point. What perseverance. What incredible focus. Titanium mental on display here from Supershy. Archive hoping to finally put an end to this momentum, but there's an orbital already thrown in here from Arshavin. They're able to push down to the final corner of the map. Alpha low, the Suzu win for that extra little bit of healing, and the Container Rush now thrown in, but 3 kills have gone in Metaboiz' favor. And it looks like this might finally be the end of the road for this extra rounds push for Supershy. But holy cow, 5 points on the board. Yeah, they have well more than overcome the 44-second time deficit. Good Lord, what a push.
Initiating match.
Huge props to Arshavin and Raisu as they're able to keep Alpha alive through that onslaught despite being down players. Junker Queen defense. Libby on that cast.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Look, I was trying to get Poro Pop. That's fine. It's a shot engage here for the defense. Alpha wants to get aggressive. I mean, forces a Suzu out early, and Raisu comes in on the back for the final blows. Throw it in. Suzu of their own. What an aggressive statement out of this defense. Not even giving Metaboiz an inch here on that first assault. Poor plays pushing down low. Alpha is playing inside hotel, and the rest of Supershy are hanging out in the archway. So not even trying to take a high ground position. Kind of gives this to ICAV for free here. ICAV, granted this space, can you do anything with an aggressive move? Will push Poro off of this point. ICAV getting drawn into the fight there by a good dagger. Still no kills in this second engagement. Halfway through this cap, Poro's going to make a move inside hotel. Looks like a lot of damage pouring in their direction, but it ends up being a disengage for both tanks. We're going to back around to the point where Fake Jake has got an opening pick. ICAV doubling down on top of it, but Libby and Alpha have struck back. Looking low. Arshvin now keeping this defense alive as Libby picks up another one. Libby now looking to fight GCP. Gets the headshot, but the orbital red keeps them alive. Throw it, and there's the cap in for Metaboiz. The Irish hero of Metaboiz, GCP, keeps this one going. Big ult fight coming up. This one's gonna get nasty, y'all. And it's probably gonna take place right here. Bob thrown into the back. It's actually going to be a disengage from it. Supershy just back all the way out from the Bob Fox combo. Holding on to their plethora of ultimates for this final stand at this corner. Orbital right thrown in at said corner. Self-destruct might put a stop to this. Actually catches Archman. They don't make it back around the corner. Up into the top. We get sprayed with the blade. Alpha's throwing the rampage in down low, and neither is going to work. Fake Jake has the katana out in their own right, and Alpha is cut down. Poro only 30% towards that next mech. Where are the reinforcements for this squad? Metaboiz inching ever closer. GCB speeding their way back towards this thing. Neither team with a lot of ultimates. It will be a continuing rush available first here for the defense. They're going to go ahead and give up the cap. Hold on this corner. There's the push in. Alpha. Oh no! Screen gets squished. No shot! Screen gets killed by a remake. Alpha's in a ton of trouble. Poro's going to take advantage of this and fly up to the high ground. GCB coming up onto this orbital, but Raisu has the Kitsune Rush available first. They're still down a player. Are they going to go invest it? You bet their ass they are. Arshvin is back into this fight, battling out with GCB on the high ground, but Fake Jake has already picked up a kill down low. As Libby falls on the trace, and the follow-up on Alpha is good. No shot! Metaboiz bring this all the way in. Unreal. What a heartbreaking into the map as Metaboiz surpass the distance and put themselves on match point. God, what was that? Wow. I mean, the stats are pretty heavy in favor of Metaboiz. I mean, the deaths are very similar, though. Very similar. All right, let's go look at our bands headed into map 3. Calceo banned out by Supershy. What's up, Precious? Thank you for being here. What a map. What a map. What a map. I'm still just reeling from that. We're waiting on a couple players in the lobby. Not surprising after a map like that. Whew. I think we all need a chance to catch our breath after that one. That was insane. What a heartbreaking end to that map for Supershy. I mean, an insane push. Oh. The Rampage Blade fight on point B. That was their moment. I mean, what a heroic effort out from Metaboiz. And Texall was lighting up that kill. Texall and Raisu both were lighting up that kill feed on the carries. Let's get into map 3. Howdy, shake off something like that. I mean, Supershy, I gotta dig deep. We saw their tenacity, we saw their perseverance on display throughout that entire map. They gotta find it again. They gotta find it again here on Runasapi.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Almost unsurprisingly here for the map, we're gonna get Poro onto the Ramatra Alpha, back onto that Junker Queen. Similar to the matchup we saw back in map 1, but GCB is on the break this time around. Raisu's sticking with this Kiriko. No, I don't want to. Don't lock my camera onto Raisu. Wow. That didn't happen. Y'all saw nothing. I mean, you were literally watching nothing. We were under the floor. Early pressure on the Supershy, but they're able to push back out. Like, it was looking desperate there for a moment when they were all forced back into that hallway, but opening kill does come in. Ooh, wild. Wait a minute. I just learned something here, but we'll figure that out here between team fights. Hold on. Disengaged. Thrown in. Slight disengage. Poro's still trying to fight this out. They're still down players on this. Poro backing up. His reinforcements return. I was able to pick up a good kill. His ults are starting to come online. Just a minute and 30 into this one. It's a huge rampage. Like, that's just insane. And you know what? If that doesn't make you want to swap to a Kiriko, nothing will. Now, you still have kills go the other direction. Maybe not. Maybe you don't need a Kiriko. What do you got Poro out there? What on earth? And that has just been the name of the day, the name of the game here for Supershy, where it looks so good. It looks like they just can't lose it, and then somehow Poroplays comes through and wins out a 1v3. I mean, not somehow. It's with Annihilation and Orbital Ray, but still. Keep an eye on Kevin's window. Rally popped here from GCB as the overclock is thrown in. Arshvin is cut down, found in the back through the Kitsune rush invested here from Supershy. Alpha's just backing up around the corner. FACEIT's going to go ahead and invest the blade. In fact, that's two katanas dancing around each other here. Scrade's actually able to trade back and pick up one, and Alpha's kind of gotten topped up a little bit. Libby does fall, but Poro sacrifices themselves to make that happen. So, doesn't look like Metaboiz will be able to push any further. Oh, and I got your team names switched up top, don't I? I'm so sorry.
Down goes another person.
There we go. I'm sure somebody's going to notice before I get it swapped, but you know what? I get it swapped. Better late than never. Supershy are hoping that they can live by that philosophy. Here as they try to take the lead. Poro plays will contest the last possible second. Over the right thrown in. Alpha's got 3 with that rampage. GCB and ICAV both end up falling on the back of it. As much as Texol and Poro are trying to play within their own orbital ray. It's just the 2 of them left. I don't think we're going to get an insane comeback from Poro on this one. FACEIT has returned to the back of the fight and finds Arshvin.
Your team has lost the lead.
So with 3 of them still with Raisu Swift stepping up, I don't know if they're going to be able to push this. We'll see how... It's a race. It's a race to get back here. With only 3 strong, the defense of Metaboiz could just run them off. But it does look like reinforcements are going to get here. So Supershy will get a honest fight for this corner with an orbital ray to work with. They are running into an overclock and annihilation on the other side. But Poro's already low. This is forced out early. There's the annihilation on the back of it. With that, he's always going to go ahead and pop this Deadeye. Try to push around the corner. That's a skull. Poro got the block. FACEIT got the deflect. And Libby gets to watch a respawn timer. Scray returns the favor. It's just deflect kills onto ultimates, apparently, through this, as that one was onto an overclock. That's a rampage in from Alpha. Come on, give me a pop on Alpha. Scray's got the blade out as well. And this combo has been working wonders for Supershy. This will get him the checkpoint.
Come on, mate.
Ah, I knew it, effort. I knew somebody was going to call it before that 2-minute delay caught up. Yeah, I know. I appreciate it. Sorry I didn't notice sooner. Okay, we're gonna get the Maga swap. Trying to leap in, Suzu used cardiac overdrive. Now pop, Poro plays looking full of health and, well, full of confidence as they're running in and completely clean up this fight on the back of this swap. FACEIT here trying to challenge window, but he get a far right flank there out of Libby. I think it's Libby that moved around. Okay, no, Libby's sitting up top. Over the right, thrown in here from Metaboiz as Libby's going to loop around to the window. Over the right, counter punch thrown in here from Supershy. They're trying to fight in, and it ends up just being a bloodbath here in the middle. GCB with the rally through it all has kept Metaboiz fighting and swinging and clawing at this thing. Enough to get this bot moving. They'll grab the lead as well as this checkpoint.
Keep it moving.
3:10 on the clock, slightly. As overclock is thrown in here from ICAV. Alpha just getting in the face, and yeah, that was ill-advised, as ICAV has 2 select picks with that ultimate. And that could just be a fight-winning, a series-winning ultimate coming out from ICAV. The team kill gong rings out. FACEIT does fall through that. They're trying to make their way back into this fight. ICAV 1 health on the inside. Alpha's going to go ahead and pick that one up. And what was once a slight lead has been extended into a pretty gargantuan lead here for Metaboiz on the back of this. Fake Jake dashes through Alpha as they were trying to axe through Poro plays the blade in. Oh, he's caught. Screen can't go anywhere. You're a caged animal. Kitsune Rush here on to Alpha. We try to stave off defeat, and it will, in fact, run Poro plays away. Just did not have the reinforcements to close it out here. Ah! Okay, cut on the roof. Okay, so what happened earlier is when I did this, yeah, I could fly through the walls. But then when you don't have the icons on, you can't fly through the walls. Wild! Wild! Is that new? Oh, Rampage just barely hit GCB. Kind of got caught on the green bus there. His fake kick's going to pull the blade out. Whoops. No, I was right the first time. Orbital Ray thrown into the mix as well. You would think that a Rampage would be a really good counter to Orbital Ray. You know, can't benefit from the healing, but it's certainly looking that way, Urf. It's certainly looking that way. We have not seen Orisa at all here in this matchup. As I say that, Alpha comes out on the battle cow. Literally as I say that. This is the first time. And this just feels like kind of falling back into what they've practiced, right? What you've kind of been scrimming on for the past 6 weeks or however long, month or so, since we gotten out of the Diva meta. But yeah, it seems like with those Orisa nerfs, we are in fact out of the Orisa meta. Although we saw quite a bit of Orisa yesterday. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how this develops. ICAV with the overclock to run into. There's the touch. Kitsune Rush is pretty much the best hope for a win here. Libby does also have an ultimate. And you know what? Reaper inside of Kitsune Rush can be pretty damn nasty. It's a slam in from Poro plays close to another cage as the overclock fades from ICAV. Everybody able to survive that as Libby goes in with a super speedy shotguns to find him on the back of that fight. ICAV and GCB, Fake Jake all down. And Supershy have given themselves another fight here. Orbital Cage, ready to go to end the series here for Metaboiz. You do have Libby's already threatening in the window for ICAV up at the top. ICAV's going to jump down. Terra Surge thrown in. The cage only catches Arshavin. You got to keep your Juno alive, though. Fake Jake gets a kill with the deflect. Won't even need the blade to close his eyes. Say that. Screen and Raisu are able to clap back. Supershy have 3 alive at this point. They have Alpha just holding court, staying alive for the meantime, but no! Raisu can't keep them alive. Screen is the only one anchoring this card, anchoring this series. As Raisu comes up with a kill. Screen with the dash through on Poro plays, just dancing around the bot, hoping reinforcements show up. Raisu has to swift step down to the low as Fake Jake comes in with the blade to seal the deal on the series. 2 down, and that is the GG's. Metaboiz closes out yet another 3-0 this week, but my goodness, if Supershy didn't go down without a fight. Oh, sorry, that's round 2 stats. Hold on. There we go. There's some round 3 stats. Sorry, my score wheel is acting up. Let's get that 3rd point on the board there for Metaboiz. There you have it. once again, I mean, we see Poro and Alpha were neck and neck in a lot of ways throughout this entire series. Looking at damage here, only 102 points separates the two. But it's that additional 4 deaths. I mean, and that's Metaboiz winning team fights. That's not necessarily, a result of the head-to-head of Poro and Alpha, but it is an easier way for us to kind of narrow our focus. We saw a lot of differences coming into this, the shakeup of the meta, and the back and forth of the Ramatra with, or the Junker Queen all day. We saw a little bit of Diva and Winston even thrown into the mix here. So at one point we saw Poro kind of swap to match the Junker Queen. Another point we see Alpha go over to the Ramatra back on King's Row. So as our teams were trying to figure out kind of what to do with the changes since yesterday, I think that's a great place to kind of hone in throughout this series. And, Poro play is just narrowly edging it out. And, I mean, Metaboiz, ICAV having a hell of a series across the board. If we take a look back, ICAV was just putting up some serious numbers all day long. A 30,000 damage King's Row for ICAV. I mean, granted, that was a particularly long round. I don't have a timestamp on here. It was a 6-5 King's Row. Nevertheless, you're still talking 45 elims. Also led the server in deaths, though. So, you know what? That is the two-sided coin that is ICAV. But that 30,000 damage head and shoulders against most of the lobby. So a fantastic day for ICAV all around. Once again, top of the heap in damage back on map 1. Led the server as well. That was the time where we saw both of our tanks were 27-7, 27-7 with, 400 points of damage separating the two tanks there on map 1. So it just kind of shows you how neck and neck Poro and Alpha were all day. But there you go. ICAV up front putting in that work in the hit scan roll. And Metaboiz come out 3-0.